All right, so we got the stuff at home already packed up. Well, not packed up, but already picked and ready to pack. It's about 12:30 at night now. I spent way too much time tonight working on other projects, so I have to get this done here in the next hour. So anyway, we're in the storage unit now, and I am looking for a few more items. So first off, we sold these Elsa and Anna outfits. These are, of course, it's coming up on Halloween. That's probably why we sold all three sets. So we're selling them as an Elsa and Anna together. These are actually from the toy section. They were like dress-up costumes, but they're perfect Halloween costumes as well. And we sold all three sets and have to ship those out tonight. Next up, we have a few items from this tote that we were going to take to storage and have not had a chance to take over yet, and the items have already sold. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Switch. That's sold. Let's see what other games. Ever Oasis for 3DS sold. That did not sell. Let's see. Dragon Quest 8 sold. And Monster Hunter Stories sold. These will go back in the tote. We also sold Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So looking at sale prices, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider for the Xbox One, sold for $13. Let's see, Monster Hunter Stories, sold for $20. Dragon Quest 8 sold for $55. Ever Oasis sold for $16. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sold for $40. So the first one I think is going to be in here. It's a concept car, Hot Wheels ID HW50 concept. Yeah, that's the one. So this item sold for, to check my paperwork here, not a whole lot of money, but these are definitely cool cars. So this one sold for $14.99, so not bad. I actually bought this full price at Target, but they're sold out most places. So I was able to sell this. I bought it for $5, sold it for $15. So not a bad deal. The next item is here in this small tote, number 4. I may redo this numbering system at some point, but I think it's in here. It's Nintendogs. Let's see. No, there's Cookie Mama 2. And is this it? Yes, Nintendogs Lab. Let's see, Lab and Friends, yeah. This Nintendogs for $10. So, not a bad deal. I mean, it's super easy to ship. It's cheap to ship. It's light. It's easy to list. It's one of those great items that we can sell, between $10 and $15. And we can usually get these for about $1. I think I actually paid $4 for this one. But I could be wrong on that. At any rate, not a bad deal. We'll make a little bit of money on it. But these are ones that you can just sell, over and over and over. There's a few DS games like that, and a lot of times I can get them for $1. Okay, the next thing we're looking for is a set of sights. It says, the description says Slim Peep sights. I'm not sure if those are for a bow or something. See, that's something for a muzzle loader. It's probably in this box. Let me pull out this box and we'll see. good view. Oh, there they are. See it, see it. Okay. There we go, slim peep sight. And it looks like, yeah, that's our bow. Okay, there's one. Just drop something on the ground. A little bit challenging with one hand. Ah, there we go, number 2. So these we paid, I want to say 50 cents a piece for these, and we sold them for $9. So not, you know, we took an offer on those, not great, but we'll get rid of them and move on to something else. Okay, I have 2 sets of pajamas, men's pajamas, I believe. One set is white plaid in a medium, and the other set is buffalo plaid in a 2X. So I think the mediums are right here. I believe this is the one. Medium. Let's see, flannel pajama set. Is there color on this? Woven, flannel. I'll have to look it up to be sure. There is a style number there, 0140. We'll double check that. Okay, so that was right on those. Those are only $8, but they were plus shipping, so we'll still do okay on those. There's another set of pajamas, and they could possibly be in here. Yes, they are. They're in here. This is not gonna be easy. I think I can do this. Move a few things around here. And try not to make a mess. Okay. Here we go. Yes, 2X buffalo plaid. I think I can get in there with one hand. Yeah, there we go. Get those out. All right. So let's see what we got for the buffalo plaid. I'm guessing it's the same price, roughly about $8 plus shipping. And you can get away with selling stuff pretty cheaply if you can charge shipping on top. So those I did because sometimes when we ship far away, you can rack up some money. These are actually fairly heavy. Oh, these were $12.49 plus shipping. So we got a total of $21.19 for these. We paid, we had $2 or $3 in these, so not a bad flip. Okay, so now all the boring stuff is out of the way. Now for the fun stuff. Okay, so these last 2 things, 2 of my favorite things I've sold in a while. I love selling like pop culture stuff. I love books. I love movies, video games, that kind of stuff. So we sold a VHS tape and a book that are both pretty cool and fairly high dollar items as well. So here we have some books. These are mostly signed. Like these are signed novels, more mainstream stuff. There's some science fiction down here. And this one, actually several different things, but the bottom couple there is sci-fi, I think. Here's some more mainstream novels signed by the authors. Those move pretty slowly actually. But this is what I was excited about. The Executor. David G. Rowlands. I've got a few more of these left. This is really cool. Kind of disturbing actually on the cover, but very cool. Fairly recently printed. I mean, you know, I'm talking not in the last 20 years. It's not, or the last 30 at least. It's not like it's a 70-year-old book, but it does. You notice it doesn't have a barcode, which is odd. And this is because it's on a private press. This is on Ash Tree Press, which, by the way, if you find anything on Ash Tree, it's a great private press. with a lot of horror and ghost stories and things like that. I bought a lot of these books at our local Goodwill. The only issue with them was that there's a little dot on top. I wish they hadn't done that. But I bought these for $2.50 each, and I have sold several of them. I talked about it in another video. I sold some for, you know, like 115 bucks. I think I sold one for $200. I sold one just a few days ago for $100. This one is probably the last of the really high dollar ones that I have, but it is, let's see if it's limited or what the story is. There's a correction for the copyright, so 1996. So it's been around a while, but it's not super old. Definitely new enough to have a barcode, but it doesn't because it's a private press. And this one is not signed or numbered, but it just happens to be a really rare book. They didn't print very many of these. Some of them actually have numbers inside, like handwritten numbers, like, you know, 4 of 120, or, well, it's usually like 150 or 100. Some of them I think were as low as 75. But this is probably 500 copies or more. So not a lot, but more than the low number, hand numbered ones. Anyway, this one sold, bought it for $2.50, sold it for $80. $80. That is an amazing flip. I love selling books, especially these kind of off the wall, quirky things like this. 80 bucks, made thousands of dollars on that lot. So watch for books. I think these all belong to one guy. Because in one day, basically, at our local Goodwill, I found all these author signed books, all these limited editions, and I made quite a bit of money off of them. So keep your eyes open for certain books. Most books are not worth reselling, and I love books. I buy them for myself all the time, but most books are not worth it as a reseller. But this books on that press, ash tree press, are going to be a different story. So keep an eye open for those. Chances are you'll never see them, but if you do, snatch them up. All right, so these are some of our VHS tapes. I have to tell you, I'm a 90s kid. I still love VHS. I don't know why. I don't collect VHS much because it just takes up too much space, but I do have some pretty cool VHS tapes. Some like Star Wars Ewoks and Star Wars droids, cartoons on VHS. I have the Japanese version of Pokemon, the movie. So I have a few cool VHS tapes, but this one is very cool. As a 90s kid, you have to love Doug and Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy. And this VHS tape has all three. So it looks kind of beat up. It is actually beat up. It's just as beat up as it looks. It is Fright Fest from Nickelodeon. And this is the first, I think this is the first year, the Halloween specials from the 3 Nickelodeon shows, the first year that these 3 shows were on. So Ren and Stimpy, Doug, and Rugrats. So they were the first 3 Nickelodeon cartoons that were really successful. So these are the Halloween specials on VHS. Very hard to come by because it's in such high demand. I don't think a lot of them were made. It probably was released in relatively small numbers because it's not like a series where you have the entire season on a set of VHS tapes. It's like just 3 episodes, just specials. So I'm not sure if this was only released to video stores or something along those lines, but whatever the case may be, it's a much higher demand than I even thought it would be. I know people love these shows and people love Halloween, but I assumed that it would be worth a little bit of money, so I looked it up and I was kind of surprised. I had it listed, I think for 80 bucks, and I probably could have held out and got that because Halloween is coming up, but I ended up taking an offer of $65. So I paid $1 for this at Goodwill, and I sold it for 65 bucks. And this is one of those I would love to have a copy of this just because it's really cool, the orange tape and all that. But anyway, I just can't justify keeping this on my shelf when I know I won't actually watch it more than probably once, and I can sell it for 65 bucks. So anyway, VHS tapes can be great. I know you've probably seen this Richard Simmons here and wondering what I was thinking. There was a point in time when we were selling those like crazy, but that's not the case anymore, but we still have some left over. But there are some definite winners as far as VHS tapes go. That being one of them. And I don't know if I have any more really that are big winners here, but there's definitely some sing-along tapes, things like that we buy when we find them. We'll do them in lots sometimes, but we have a lot of VHS tapes. We have sold probably thousands, honestly, over the last several years. Thomas the Train doesn't do as well as it used to, but it's still a good one to pick up if you can get them cheap enough and put them in lots. Anyway, Nickelodeon Fright Fest, really cool. Got a cool 90s vibe. I love it. I love it. And 65 bucks. Can't beat that. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. We really need your help. We love when people like our videos. It helps us in the algorithm. But be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. We have these videos coming out every week, and we want to keep you informed. We want you to learn some items that are a nice quick flip for a good profit. We have these what sold videos. We're going to have some tutorials on using things like Ink Frog, maybe even things like FreshBooks. I don't know if anyone will be interested in that, but we use that for our business. But Ink Frog is great for managing multiple platforms, shipping tutorials, all those kind of things. Subscribe so you are at least notified. Subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified of those things. You don't have to watch every video, but hey, we appreciate it if you do. And hopefully there'll be some content in there that is valuable for you and your business. So thanks for watching. See you next time.